Hi, welcome to FliesByMarz. This will be the first tying session. Today we'll be tying a variation of what's called a twist bugger. My variation is with dumbbell eyes. Let's go ahead and we'll be using a Mustad 3366 size 2. It's an older model of hook, but it works just fine. Let's go ahead and start that. Let's put that in our vise. And we'll be using UTC 210 today and fluorescent chartreuse. We'll start our thread right behind the eyes. Let's start that. And we're going to work our way to the back right before the bend. So about midway between the hook point and the barb. And you can go ahead and cut that off. Now we'll be tying in a piece of black marabou. You want the marabou to be at least one shank length, about yay long. Go ahead and tie that in right there, about where the hook point is. And you can go ahead and tie that forward. It's okay if it wraps itself behind or around the hook. Just trying to flatten. Go ahead and cut that off once you get about midpoint. Now you're going to put a nice thread wrap down. Now we're going to take our eyeballs. They have a black pupil, look just like this, and we're going to tie them in the bottom, right before we cut, right before the eye. And go ahead and tie those in figure 8 wraps. Make sure they're nice secure. Make sure these ones are probably secure more than any other eyes. These ones tend to be slippery because they're all nickel and there's no edges, they're all curves. Go ahead and put a ton of wraps on. Make sure they're straight. Go ahead and do figure 8 wraps up and under. Go ahead and tighten those. And now we're going to put some Sally Hansen's Hard as Nails Extreme. One of my favorites. We're going to go ahead and put that right on top and right in the bottom. You put a generous amount. We'll be putting thread wraps right on top of it just to help the bond. Like I said, we can put some thread wraps right on top of it. And we're going to work our way to the back. Alright, for the rest of the fly, we'll be using EP Fibers, tarantula legs, synthetic, and they have some rubber legs mixed in. We're using about an 8-inch piece of this. We go ahead and tie that in. You don't want to put too many thread wraps right here because we'll be tying down 2 other things. And we'll also be using EP sparkle brush. These add a ton of bugginess to your fly. I mean, Flash by itself does, but I like to use these. Plus it makes the fly, the way we're doing this makes the fly blend really well. Go ahead and tie that in right there where you tied in your other EP brush. And now we'll be using 7-inch black Schlapplein. Go ahead and pull the fibers back until you get to the point, very tip. Once you get the tip, you go ahead and tie that down right where you tie down the rest of the materials, and you can work your way forward. Once you do that, you can go ahead and cut your excess materials. You can go in front of the eyes, and you're going to take a clip like so. Probably get these at any hardware store. You can even make them. Have to have now pretty good pinchers so they can hold on, and they got to be strong. And so now we're going to take each of our materials, sparkle brush, Schlapplein, and our other EP brush, and we're going to put them together. And we are now going to clamp all of them into one. Once you do that, you can go ahead and take your dubbing twister, my friend here, and you're going to attach it to the clip. And you can go ahead and start twisting. Now what this does is it twists all the materials together without needing to use a dubbing loop. Go ahead and do that until materials look pretty blended. And once that is through, you go ahead and take your dubbing teaser, or you can use your bodkin, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to just kind of pull out some fibers, maybe some caught ones. Never know, maybe just makes it look more buggy. As you can see, all of the 3 materials are blended together. The Schlapplein, the EP fiber, sparkle brush, and the tarantula legs. Go ahead and do that, and now you can detach your dubbing twister from the clip. Now this is when the fly starts to come together. You can start to twist your rotary vise and palmer the materials back as you go forward. And go and you're going to go crisscross on the eyes. And you're going to go right in front of the eyes, and you're going to go and tie that off. You can go ahead and cut the rest off. And you can take your dubbing teaser and just mess with the fly a little bit, give it some shape. And now you're going to make a nice head in the front. And you can go ahead and whip finish. And cut your line. And if you need to, you can go ahead and take your dubbing teaser for the last time and just tease those materials, get them out from being caught. This dubbing teaser helps the fly a lot. If you don't have one of these, you can go ahead and use your bodkin. That works too. Now if you want, you can go ahead and put some head cement on the fly, but for right now we'll just leave it. And there you have it, my variation of a twist bugger with dumbbell eyes. Perfect for bass. The flash gets them, and you got that black and the chartreuse. Yeah, join me next week for another Fly Friday. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to send me an email or visit the site at FliesByMarz.com. Thank you.